Lindsay observed the prison workers' shift schedules. He was imprisoned in an Australian prison, where other inmates already saw him as a snitch. Watching the hostile prisoners, the walk back to his cell felt exceptionally long. Realizing his predicament, Lindsay decided it was better to risk escape than wait for death. His cellmate Mark agreed to join him. Lindsay wrapped dozens of meters of wire around his body, then retrieved a bundle containing escape tools. Using a screwdriver, he carefully unscrewed the cover of the ventilation duct. Both crawled into the dark duct, inching forward under faint light. Reaching the top level of the prison, they crouched down. Lindsay waited patiently, studying the guards' patterns. Seizing the moment when a guard turned away, they quickly ran to the opposite side, picked the lock, and entered a room used by construction workers. Lindsay swiftly scanned the area, and led Mark to the second floor. He stepped on Mark's shoulders to climb into the attic, then reached down to pull his companion up. However, the workers' break was about to end. Lindsay took out his tools and tried to pry open the roof, but the metal was too thick to penetrate. Remembering he had seen a power saw below, Lindsay hurried downstairs to retrieve it. Just as he grabbed the saw from the corner, workers began returning. He made it back to the stairs, and vanished from sight just before they entered. He tied the saw to the steel wire, for Mark to haul up from the attic. Voices of workers echoed from below. They were about to come upstairs to work. Lindsay seized his last chance, climbing the wire to the attic. With the workers' saws roaring below, he signaled Mark to start their saw. They cut the roof in sync, using the noise to mask their actions. The metal sheet was finally cut open. Both climbed through the gap onto the prison roof, but armed guards in 2 watchtowers were patrolling the area. Lindsay quickly tied the wire to a protruding part of the wall and prepared to descend. Suddenly, Mark grew fearful and wanted to turn back. Lindsay urgently reassured him and urged him to go down first. Only after hearing his companion land safely, did Lindsay look up to observe. He saw Mark had already reached the street across, so he began climbing down the wire himself. Fortunately, this spot was a blind zone for the guards. They never noticed him. Nearing the ground, Lindsay leaped down directly, then quickly composed himself, smoothed his hair, and walked calmly toward the opposite side as if nothing had happened. Lindsay took one last look at the prison, then began striding forward, stepping into a new life.